Welcome to AlmaLinux Mastery. 24 lessons that take you from a blank VM to a production-ready server in a single day. The path runs through 4 stages. Foundation, where you install and set up the basics. Services, where systemd, Nginx, and Podman come online. Hardening, where firewalled, SSH, and SE-Linux lock things down. And operate, where Restic, Ansible, and Leap keep it running. These are RHEL ecosystem skills. They transfer one-to-one to Rocky, RHEL, or any rebuild. No distro trivia, just the real work. So why AlmaLinux specifically? Back in December 2020, Red Hat killed CentOS Linux 8 and replaced it with CentOS Stream, a rolling preview of RHEL, not something you want under a production workload. That left 3 real options. Pay for RHEL subscriptions at $350 to $5,500 a host per year, run Oracle Linux on Oracle's terms, or pick a community rebuild. AlmaLinux is bug-for-bug compatible with RHEL 9, free, and supported through May 2032. Rocky gets you to the same place. We picked Alma for the slightly stronger institutional backing, but every skill in this course transfers either way. With that settled, here's how the course is built. 4 stages, 23 lessons, 1 capstone, in this exact order. Stage 1 is Foundation, lessons 0 through 5. Install, DNF, users, XFS, bash, journalctl, your day 1 baseline. Stage 2, Services, systemd, Nginx, and HTTPD, Podman, LVM, timers, cockpit, rSSLog. Stage 3 is Hardening, firewalled, SSH, fail to ban, PAM, SE-Linux, live kernel patching. Stage 4, Operate, backups with Restic, Prometheus, Ansible, Quadlet, Leap upgrades, and the capstone. Don't skip. Lesson 22 leans directly on lessons 9 and 18. The cross-references run deep. Before we touch a single command, 5 frames worth internalizing. 1. When you hit a problem, search RHEL 9 first. Documentation and advisories flow downstream to AlmaLinux. 2. Package versions are conservative on purpose. If you need newer, reach for module streams or EPEL, not a different distro. 3. SE-Linux stays in enforcing mode. Learn to read denials, don't disable it. 4. For languages and databases, module streams beat distro version every time. Pick a stream and ride it 5 years. And 5. Major version upgrades via Leap are projects, not one-liners. Plan them, snapshot, test in staging. Internalize these and 90% of the rabbit holes disappear. With those frames in mind, you need a lab, a VM you can break without consequences. 3 paths. Local with Vagrant if you've got the hardware, a cloud instance on AWS, Azure, Hetzner, or DigitalOcean if you'd rather pay a few euros a month, or WSL2 on Windows. Though, fair warning, WSL runs out of road at lesson 6 when we hit systemd and services. Once you're in, verify 3 things. The release file says 9-point-something, getEnforce returns enforcing, and a full DNF upgrade plus reboot leaves you current. That's your starting line for lesson 1. So what does the finish line actually look like? By the end of lesson 23, your terminal tells the story. AlmaLinux 9.5 with 67 days of uptime, SE-Linux enforcing, firewall ed running, HTTPS serving traffic with HSTS, 23 tested restick snapshots, Ansible reporting 0 drift, Prometheus scraping 127 targets, and Kpatch applying CVE fixes live without a reboot. That's not a server that works on Friday. That's one that runs forever. The capstone is 30 production tasks that get you exactly there. AlmaLinux Mastery is broad by design. It gets you to a working server fast. But when you want to go all the way in on a single topic, 6 dedicated mastery deep dives bridge directly from specific lessons here. SSH hardening picks up at Lesson 13 with SSH CA, YubiKey, and Bastion patterns. Fail to ban and CrowdSec extend Lesson 14 into serious intrusion prevention. Linux hardening covers AuditD, AIDE, and CIS benchmarks. Container hardening adds SecComp and Falco, and Ansible mastery goes deep on Molecule, AAP, and custom modules. Same courses serve Ubuntu and AlmaLinux. The skills transfer. If you're coming from Ubuntu, the concepts carry over. The commands don't. Package management shifts from apt and snap to DNF, RPM, and Flatpak. Admin rights move from the sudo group to wheel. ext4 becomes XFS, UFW becomes firewalled. AppArmor becomes SELinux, and Docker gives way to Podman. Unattended upgrades is replaced by DNF automatic with free Kpatch live patching, and major version jumps run through Leap. 8 real differences, each mapped to the lesson where you'll actually learn it. Now, how to actually study this. 6 habits. Pick at least 3 and track them. 1 lesson per session, phone away, terminal open. Type every command yourself. Reading alone doesn't stick. Keep notes in your own words. Break things deliberately to reproduce the gotchas. And build a personal snippet vault as you go. And when you reach Lesson 23, schedule a real Saturday for the capstone on a real cloud VM. That's how you earn the certificate and the skills behind it. Before we go further, let's clear out 5 myths that keep circulating on Reddit and Hacker News. AlmaLinux won't die like CentOS. It's governed by a non-profit foundation, not a single vendor. SELinux isn't impossible. Lesson 16 makes it click. You can install Docker, but Podman is the RHEL native answer. RHEL skills transfer one-to-one, because bug-for-bug compatible means exactly that. And AlmaLinux 9 is conservative on stability, current on tooling. Kernel 5.14, Kpatch, Cockpit, Podman 4, modern firewalled. That wraps Lesson 00. You know AlmaLinux's role in the RHEL ecosystem. You've worked through the decision matrix against Ubuntu and CentOS Stream. The 4-stage structure of foundation, services, hardening, and operate is mapped out. And your lab is live with get enforce returning enforcing. The 5 mental models are internalized. The study discipline is set. 1 lesson per session, type every command, break things on purpose, finish the capstone. Next up, Lesson 01, installing AlmaLinux 9 the right way. Lesson 00 is complete. Lab is ready, and Stage 01 Foundation starts now. In Lesson 01, we install AlmaLinux 9 the right way. Anaconda for the walkthrough, Kickstart for unattended builds, deliberate choices on XFS versus ext4, UEFI versus BIOS, and Cloud Init for AWS, Azure, and Hetzner images. Then DNF upgrade, reboot into the new kernel, and verify SELinux is enforcing. Run next lesson -- start, and let's build the foundation.